This is Joanne Hewins from LoveToCreate.typepad.com. Today we are going to make this card. It is using the PDF that Stampin' Up! Has available right now, the Share Sunshine PDF. This can be ordered straight from Stampin' Up! It's $12. I will add the link to the video here. And your whole $12 will go to help support the fight of COVID-19 over the United States, not the United States, over the world, not just here, but over the world. So it's 15 pages of sentiments and a few printed images, and it's great. It's great to make cards right now to share with people who are going a little stir crazy and need a reason to smile. So let's get started. For this, we're going to be using a piece of thick Whisper White. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and then fold it. I usually still match my corners when I fold, and then bring in your bone folder, press that down, and you've got your base ready to go. The paper that we're using is from the Botanical Prints product medley. This was part of the January-June catalog. It's been on the last chance. It's gone now, so you cannot purchase it, but any kind of paper can be used to make this card. Let's get started then. This is the piece of paper that I used for my card. It is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's the same size as the front of the card. So I've decided that I'm going to use the flip side of the paper for this one to add a little bit more color. We'll see if we like it better or not. So I'm going to just add the glue around the outside. I like to use our multi-purpose glue. It has just a little bit of give, so I can push that up against the spine here and make sure that's straight, and then add it to the front. And I usually give myself a generous measurement for this because I do want to make sure it covers the whole front of the card. Now I'm seeing that I probably got it a little bit crooked here, so I need to just give that a little bit of a trim. I'm going to pull in, this is actually an old cutter from Stampin' Up, but I'm going to put that in. I'm just going to open it up and trim that just a little to make it flush there. And then I also want to look on the outside. You can see I got it a little bit to the side here. So I'm going to turn this on the back side and just use my scissors to trim this paper up beside the edge of the cardstock. The thick cardstock makes it pretty easy to cut that extra off. So there we go with the front. This is one of the printouts from the PDF. I've just cut it, run it off on cardstock and cut it with my cutter around the outside of it. And it's going to go down here in the corner. Now I'm going to tell you, I've had a hard time with this video. And when I turn this over to glue, you're going to see it's got some grunge on the back. Let's just say a lot of cardstock has been wasted on me making this card. I don't know what my problem is today. It's actually in scoring this mask that we're going to make. I have made several mistakes. I think I have COVID brain, as someone said. So this is going to go here in the corner. Let me also bring in, these are the heart epoxy droplets. I have brought in my dark Pretty Peacock blend, and I have colored some of these with the blend to use on my card. And I did that on other videos, and we'll just use what I have. So we are going to attempt to score for this mask. I wish I could take credit for that, but I did get that from someone on Pinterest. I think you can look it up on Pinterest and maybe find it. I don't know how to give credit right now. So we're going to be doing our scoring on the short side. This is 2 3/4 by 2 1/8. Now I will have my blog post that goes with this video, and those measurements will be on there. So we're going to start at 1/2. I'm going to turn this to the smaller end. So 1/2, then 5/8. Then we're going to go to 1, and then 1 1/8. And then we're going to go to 1 1/2 and 1 5/8. Hooray, I have finally scored it correctly. Okay, so what we're going to do is fold this, and you're really just, like I said, these pieces are very close together. So it's just going to make little pleats across there. So just play with it and get your pleat. Then I'm going to bring in my bone folder. There's probably a better way to do this than what I'm doing, but we will forge ahead. There's our other plate. And then there we go. So I don't know if you can see the pleats in there. All right, now I have used a piece of the 1/2 inch scrap that I have when I'm making insides for my cards, and I attempted to score that halfway through. One side is a little bit bigger than the other, so you want to make sure you use the same side toward the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on each side of that, probably a little bit more than I wanted. And I'm going to lay my mask here and just fold that over and hold it for a little bit. Now I am getting glue all over my hands. And I'm going to come and just trim that on each end. And then I'll do the same thing for over here. Okay. So I've got that stuck there. So there's our mask, pretty easy. And then we'll be adding our little end pieces, and that I'm just using some of the white twine. So we'll just cut 2 of those, about the same size. And you can see I'm getting glue on my fingers. And I'm just going to add some glue dots to the back in each corner. then the yarn or the twine will just go around like that on each side. So there's our mask. And once you get it scored, it really isn't hard to make. So I'm going to pull this over and just attach my mask. I just did it at an angle like that. So I'm just going to glue it down. I probably could add some dimensionals, but I didn't. And that goes there. Okay, now the last part to the front of this is just to add our hearts. So I'm going to kind of look where I added them before on this other one and add them about the same place. I might move it over so that it's on the yellow and will show up pretty well. And then we'll add a few small ones. Okay, and then we'll put one right up in there. And there's the front of our card. That really is pretty simple once you get it going. All right, and for the inside of the card, we're going to add another piece that I just cut out from the download. I can't wait to social undistance with you. And so I have cut a piece of the cards, the designer paper that we used. It's 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I'm just going to add this. I just felt like the inside needed a little pizzazz, so I'm going to add that there. And then we'll add this to the top. Like that. And then I have one more of the hearts that I'm going to add there. Okay, of course I got a little bit of color there. I think that got most of it. So there you go. Which one do you like the best? Do you like the one with the yellow or the black? I think I'm liking the yellow better. Just has more interest to it, doesn't it? Well, if you need any supplies, I'd love for you to shop with me on my online store. There's a link to that also. I hope that you'll check out some of my other videos. Share this one if you like with someone that you think that would enjoy it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.